Hello, everybody. How are y'all on this Wicked Werewolf Wednesday? It is Lie with Kristy Day. Yay! How are y'all doing? I am doing fantastic. Having a great day so far. Just had a little laugh. Me and Brian here. We almost got started, and I was like, "Oh wait, there's no mic. I didn't have a mic in front of me. We didn't even have a mic on the table." We're just like, "Oh my gosh!" I almost started talking. With no mic. That was funny. Oh, yay. Hello. Everybody is joining in. Hello, David. Anyone else feel like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man on fire? Yes, it's pretty freaking hot outside, isn't it? I think it's pretty much hot everywhere right now. It's been like, 10 to 118 here, pretty much, right? Yeah. Hello, Government Cheese. Always nice seeing Government Cheese. Hello. How do I say that? Dougie? The best part of Wednesday. Hello. Thank you. Hello, Kane. Hello, Jazz. Hello, Noah. Hello, Optinumbration. Hello. I can't pronounce that. Hello, Fred's Horror Corner. Hello, Zombie Momsen. Collector P. Anthony. Steven. What does that say? TSIF 86. Hello. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. I really appreciate it. Yay. I'm very excited. I have a few movies to talk about, and they're all really new movies too. So I don't really want to talk about a few of them like in depth, because I don't want to give away any spoilers or anything like that, because they are so new and I really want y'all to go out and watch them. But I can say pretty much everything I watched and that I want to discuss, I pretty much liked. Maybe some a little bit better than others, but I pretty much liked everything I watched this week, so that was really cool. I didn't really dislike anything. But the podcast movie is The Flood. So me and Brian talked about The Flood. So you can watch that here on the YouTube on Friday like usual. So make sure you're subscribed to YouTube and hit the like, comment, and all that fun stuff. Hello, Greg. How are you? Hello, Brian. August. Oh, thank you. Doogie. Oh, Doogie. I like that. Doogie Howser. Thanks. I used to watch Doogie Howser. I always loved Doogie Howser. It is hot as balls outside. Yes. Is it hot everywhere where everybody's at? I'm sure, right? Thank you, everybody, for coming on in. So, The Flood. It just came out. I know Brian said he watched it on Vudu. I rented it on Amazon for $6.99. It might be streaming other places. I'm not sure. But if you're into movies like this is about an alligator. It's an alligator in a jail, pretty much. But if you're into creature features like this, I think the $6.99 is worth it. I think... Again, I want y'all to watch the podcast, but I know Brian kind of probably liked it a little bit more than I did. But I also went into the movie thinking something a little bit different than what we got. And so that kind of like threw me off and made me, I don't know, maybe not like it as much as I really wanted to. I kind of thought, and that's my fault for not paying attention to the trailer very much, I guess. But Devanny Penn, she is in this movie. She's only in it at the very beginning, and that's it. Only just a couple minutes, which I was hoping she was in the movie a whole lot more, being like a main character or something. I guess I thought that she was, but she's only in the beginning of that. So yeah, I kind of wanted her to be in it a little more, but okay. But I kind of went into it thinking that it was in a prison and not just like a regular jail, like county jail type thing. I thought it was like in a huge prison where, you know, there's going to be tons and tons of inmates. And then I'm thinking, okay, alligators are getting into this, and I didn't know what the story was going to be, but you know, I just thought there'd be a lot more action, a lot more alligator action, you know, because I was thinking there's going to be so many inmates because I thought it was a big prison, but it's not. You actually get a county jail and you only get a few people. So the alligator was cool looking. I thought it was, you know, a decent looking CGI'd alligator, but I did want more of it though. I wanted more action. What we did get for action with it and the gore with it was good, but I just wanted more. That's all. Just needed more of it. Basically with the flood, it's they are transporting 5 inmates, and it is in Louisiana. It's in the middle of a hurricane, and they decide that it's just not safe to drive anymore, so they want to pull over, and they're going to pull over at this county jail in this town and stay the night there, you know, because they can put the inmates in jail cells and stuff. And there's only pretty much the sheriff, which is a woman. She's a badass, so I really liked her. Her and like 2 deputies, and that's all that's in this jail. So basically that's all the characters, except for you also have Casper Van Dien, who is one of the inmates, and there are about 4 other bad guys outside waiting to get him out. And then, you know, that's all the people. So then you got about 4 or 5 alligators going in there and chomping people up. Basically. It's fun. It was fun. But there are some moments in there where the people are kind of, to me, got a little slow or a little boring, because there was just a lot of talking going on, just a lot of, you know, interaction with each character kind of going on, just a lot of talking, and I wanted more action with the alligator. And then when we did get the action with the alligator, I wanted the scene to be prolonged. I want it to be a longer scene than what we got or something. But the CGI was decent, and yes, there's a lot of CGI in this, but it was okay. It wasn't that bad. So to me, I give it like a 5 out of 10, just like a mediocre type thing. I do suggest the movie. I don't think I'll probably watch it again, but Brian really enjoyed it, and he said he would. So, you know, it's just kind of just what you like, I guess. But I do, you know, if you really wanted to see it, if you don't have Vudu or whatever, like I said, I rented it on Amazon for $6.99. But we do get more into talking about it on the podcast. So make sure you watch the podcast on Friday, talking about the flood. We also talked about another brand new movie. Hold on, let me get my notes out. Let me see what y'all are saying. Let's see. Hello, at Horror Couple. How are you? Thank you for coming on in. Hello, Orlando. It's 109 in Texas. Oh, yeah. 110. We have all the heat and twice the humidity. Yes. I want to go up to Boston. I bet it's really nice up there. I like the history. I've never been up that way before. I'd like to go up there. Hello, Jose. Hola. Hello. Is Flood as fun as Crawl? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think Crawl obviously has a bigger budget, bigger budget for the movie. Yeah. I don't know which one I like better. Because I went to the movies to see Crawl, and I liked it, but I wasn't like real impressed with it like some people were. But then again, I don't know. Maybe they're about the same for me. But yeah, it's fun. Okay, so Fred's Horror Corner, he thinks Crawl is more fun. I guess I probably would have to just go with that just because of the bigger budget. So there is a lot more action in Crawl, I think. Hello, Mike. How are you? Thank you for coming on in. Alligate more. That's funny. Hello, Michael. Thank you for coming in. Hello, Shannon. How are you? Oh, are you coming to Midsummer Scream? Yay. I can't wait. I'll send you $3.49. Okay. Hello, porn star Jay. How are you? Well, Brian liked it though. Brian would pay $6.99, but Brian had Voodoo, so just get Voodoo and just watch it on there. I think there's a lot of people that will really, really like it though. Oh, thanks. The horror couple said like my shirt. I was just in like a fall mood. This is from Halloween Shirt Company. And normally we have this shirt in stock too, but we don't have it in stock right now. But yeah, it's from Halloween Shirt Company. It feels nice too. It's comfy. I like the color. It's something different than black for a second because everything I have is black. Okay, so another movie I want to talk about. This is a movie that everybody I totally suggest going to see or watching whenever it starts streaming. I'm not sure what's happening with it, but me and Brian went to go watch this at the movie theater. It was Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. But I think it's already out. Like they only put here in Vegas, they put it in 2 movie theaters. I thought it was 1, but they did put it in 2, he said. And I had to drive quite a bit, like all the way across town to even go to the movie theater to see this movie. But it's the movie Cobweb. It literally, like I said, just came out. It's brand new. So I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to give any spoilers away. But we did talk about it on the podcast as well after we talked about the flood. But we both really enjoyed that movie, and I highly suggest it. It's really creepy, and it's something different than a lot of the subject matter of a lot of the horror movies that have been coming out lately. It's not necessarily about a spider or anything, so don't think that just because of the name Cobweb. Now, there are spiders, and there's a reference to it, which I don't want to talk about because it's going to give stuff away. But if you see the movie, then you'll understand. But it's not about spiders or anything. There's a couple little different stories kind of going on in this that come full circle and make it even more creepy. But the parents in this are psycho. There's a reason for them being psycho, though. Their son is hearing stuff in the walls. It's like, okay, what is that? And then there's another little backstory within the town of a young girl gone missing on Halloween. So this movie is around Halloween time. So it's a Halloween movie. So that was a really cool aspect of it too, it being a Halloween movie. So you kind of have these little stories kind of going on in this movie, and it comes full circle. It has a little bit of a twist, and then you find out what's going on and what's happening. But it's very creepy. It's dark. It's a little bit gothic in a way, kind of, sort of. And it's set on Halloween. And I think it might be a new movie for people to watch around Halloween time. Just the town is very Americana. It's old. And then the trick-or-treating and all that happening. So I highly, highly suggest this movie. Out of all the movies that I'm talking about today, Cobweb is my favorite. It's my favorite one I've watched this whole week. It's probably one of my favorites of the year. I'm not going to say it is my favorite, but it's one of my favorites so far of the year. I really enjoyed Cobweb, and no one's talking about it. It's a very limited release. So again, when it starts streaming, I highly suggest Cobweb. So what are y'all saying before I get on to another movie? Hello, Patty. How are you? Thank you for joining in. Thanks. Really want to see Cobweb. Gotta wait for VOD. Yeah. I really suggest it. I really do. I'm going to give it at least like an 8. At least. I don't know if we said that on the podcast, if we gave it a rating. I don't know. But I know Brian really liked it too. We both really enjoyed it. God, though, you know what? When you go to the movie theater, and it was nice. Okay, so when we went, everybody's there for Barbie. So everybody's in pink. And me and Brian walk in and we're in black. And there wasn't very many people to watch the movie either. It was like me and Brian, these two older gentlemen, and then like one other older person. I don't know. And that was it. We were the only people in there. But god dang, they had 30 minutes of previews. 30 minutes. It's like, geez, just get to the movie. Teaser trailer for The Exorcist. I did see the teaser trailer for The Exorcist. Everybody's asking me. Yes, I did. Seth Rogen produced Cobweb. Yes, he did. Brian mentioned that too. We thought that was an interesting, that was very interesting that he's a producer on it. Looks like it's playing about 25 minutes away from me to checking it out as likely. Yeah, I mean, honestly, here in Vegas, like I said, there was only 2 movie theaters in Vegas, and I had to drive pretty far, all the way across town from where I live to go watch the movie. But I'm telling you, it was worth it. I'm glad I watched it. I really, 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 really liked it. I know, and everyone's talking about Barbie. I didn't go watch Barbie yet. I'm going to wait for the hype to die down, or I'm probably just going to wait for it where I can watch it at home, and then I'll watch Barbie. You saw Terrifier in the theaters and people were loud? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. I'm so sorry. Hello, Darky Darko. I like that. Hello, Lisa. Oh, hey, Lisa. How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a minute. Okay, so let me go back. Let me go back because everybody's asking me if I've seen the trailer to Exorcist. Yes, I did see the trailer to Exorcist. We were just talking about that earlier, me, Brian, and Joseph, and all 3 of us are not that excited. So I was just like, oh, okay. I mean, the makeup and everything looks fantastic. I think Christopher Nelson has his hands in this movie, and he did a great job with the Halloween movies. I love his special effects. So all the makeup and all that looked really good. I don't know, y'all. I can't really tell if I'm going to like something by a trailer. So I don't know what to really think of it. I think a lot of people are really getting excited. But as of right now, I'm just like, eh. And Brian and Joseph were the same way. They both were like, eh. So that's all I can really say about it right now. I'm not really sure what else to say. Hello, Stephen. Oppenheimer was really good. Yes. Brian said he went to go watch that and he really enjoyed that too. I didn't get to watch that. I don't know if I can sit in the movie theater for 3 hours, but I do want to watch it, and whenever it's streaming, I will watch it at home. Yeah, everybody is seeming to like it. The Last Voyage of the Demeter. I have seen the trailer for that too. That does look very interesting. We are actually going to cover that movie on the podcast. Let's see. It comes out on the 11th. But the week after that, I'm going to be out of town, so I won't be doing a live or a podcast that week. So the week after that, the week of the 23rd, 25th, we're going to do The Last Voyage of the Demeter for the podcast. So we're going to talk about that. And our employee, Joseph, is going to join us for that podcast. So yeah, that looks really interesting. I'm excited about that. I'm also excited about Saw X, The Nun 2. I'm excited for that. Yeah. I know. David Gordon Green needs to stop making horror movies. Michael. Love you, Michael. Yeah, we're definitely going to watch the Last Voyage of the Demeter on the big screen. Yeah, definitely. I think that's probably going to be one to do that. Come on. Oh, I know. I'm so glad you're here, Lisa. We miss you. But I hope Texas is treating you well. about the streaming service. Crazy how Tubi was high up there. Oh, hello, Fred. Yes, Fred's Horror Corner said that he liked my poll that I put on my Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, please follow me on Twitter, Nightmare Kristy. Thank you. I put a poll up there about streaming services, like what is your favorite streaming service? I put it on my Instagram too, actually. I'm trying to remember what the Instagram, I think it was like Shudder. I think Shudder won on Instagram, but I think Tubi won on Twitter. But I love it all, but I really love, I don't know, I'm always on Tubi a lot. I need to do more polls like that. That was fun. New Final Destination. You know, I thought I heard something about that, but I haven't seen too many people talk about it, so that's really happening. I like the Final Destination movies. Just saying. Alright, so, excuse me. Another movie that I watched that I'm starting to see a few people starting to talk about it now. I'm starting to watch it. I do recommend it. I really, really enjoyed it. It's called Natty, Knox. It literally just came out too. I also rented that on Amazon for $6.99. I would suggest to actually rent this one for $6.99, but you know, you could wait too. But I do suggest this movie. It is another Halloween movie. It's set at Halloween time. This one really screams Halloween, like big time. So I think this is going to be another favorite one to watch on Halloween, like Halloween Day, you know, kind of a thing. So you've got Daniel Harris in it, Robert Englund, and Bill Moseley. And they all did fantastic in this movie. It was really cool to see all three of them in this. It's an hour and 34 minutes long, so it's not a real long movie, which is great. Bill Moseley plays like the head character in a way. He plays kind of the killer in a way. Again, it's brand new, so I don't want to give out too much. So you do get to see a lot of Bill Moseley in this movie. Daniel Harris plays a mom. So you see her throughout the movie a little bit being mom. So she was cool. Although I feel like her kids, I don't know. She just seems so much younger. Like it didn't fit like the age group of her kids for her. But okay. But yeah, she plays a mom very well. And then Robert Englund, he's in it for a little short while, but very effective. So Daniel Harris, her job, she's a realtor. Okay. And I think I kind of lost track for like a second, but I think Robert Englund is like the head of the realtor office that she works at. And they, at this realtor office, owns the house of where Natty Knox had lived. So in this town now, the story of Natty Knox is like a folklore type thing. But what the kids do is you knock on someone's door, on a stranger's door 9 times, and you run away. And then Natty Knox is supposed to haunt you, kind of a thing. So that's like the little game within the movie of Natty Knox. So the story of Natty Knox, though, basically, in a nutshell, I'm about to say a word that some people might not like, but this is what she is. So at first they're saying she's a witch, but in all actuality, she's also a whore. I mean, basically, that's what the story of Natty Knox is, and that's what she is. And she becomes an actress as well within her lifetime, and then the neighborhood, I would say the women, burn her, and they want her spell book, but her spell book is actually men's names, if you know what I mean. So you know where I'm going with that. So that's actually the story of Natty Knox. There's a little more to it. But yeah, that's the gist of it. So with Daniel Harris being a realtor, the house comes into play. Of course they're wanting to sell it, but they think that someone's there. That someone is actually Bill Moseley. He's tied into the Natty Knox story, kind of in a way. And yeah, stuff happens. I don't want to give anything else away, but it's really good. It's a lot better than I kind of thought it was going to be honest with you. And the acting was really, really well done by everybody. And I loved everything between like Danielle and Bill Moseley. Kind of towards the end, you see some stuff. I just thought it was a great movie. It's a great Halloween-esque type movie. So I think this is going to be a new one that everybody's going to talk about. So I really do suggest it. So go watch Natty Knox. Let's see what y'all saying. Oh, y'all are saying lots of stuff. Hold on, y'all. Is that merchandise for the movie Candy Corn? Yes, sir, it is. I'm going to talk about that momentarily. Yes, sir. It sure is. Presses Shudder. Yeah, Tubi. Okay, so Tubi suppresses Shudder. But you know what? I'm going to, for me, myself, I watch Tubi a lot more than I do any of the other stuff. Now, I mainly watch Shudder for Joe, Bob, and Darcy. That's my main thing for Shudder. And then every now and then they have Shudder Originals or something every now and then I'll watch that. But I mean, a lot of the other older movies that they have on there, I already own, or a lot of them are already on Tubi. And Tubi plays so many other older movies and just all kinds of crazy stuff that I haven't heard of before that I should have. And I don't know, and I like their stupid little Tubi originals and stuff too. So for me, I happen to watch Tubi more than I do Shudder. I used to watch Shudder a lot, but there hasn't been a whole lot of interesting things on there for myself to watch, and that's just me. I really like Screambox. I have Screambox on my Amazon. So yeah, I'm liking that too. What else? Freebie has some good stuff every now and then. I mean, you got to deal with all the ads and things. I guess that's probably the setback. But for me, that's just a chance to get up and go use the bathroom really quick, or go get a snack, or do something really quick. So it doesn't bother me too much. But yeah, I use Tubi a lot. Daniel Harris is your wife. Yes, Daniel Harris. Yep, Daniel Harris, Bill Moseley, and Robert Englund are in Natty Knox. I really think a lot of y'all will enjoy it. Or at least I hope so. You are not late. Hello, how are you? Send 666 the pug. For Joe Bob, yeah. Too many ads on Tubi. Yeah, there are a lot of ads, but like I said, for myself, I know it doesn't bother me none, but I know that bothers people. And a lot of that has a lot of ads. I guess I just gotten used to it. Have you seen My Super Psycho Sweet 16? Have I watched that? No, I don't think so. That sounds interesting. Yeah, Shudder just hasn't had a lot. Yeah, Shudder hasn't had a lot of things I've been interested in lately either. So I agree with you on that. Yeah. The Core. No, I haven't watched that on Shudder. I know my manager Brian, he watched Quicksand. I know that's on Shudder, and that's something brand new that they just put on there. I haven't watched that yet though either. But this speaking of Joe, Bob, and Darcy though, this last episode of their drive-in on Friday was a really good episode though. Really good episode. They did Day of the Dead and oh gosh, what's it called? It had 5 different names to it, and I've seen it before, and I'm drawing a blank at the moment. It was another zombie movie. All right, so let's see. All right, so let's talk about a Tubi original, since we're sitting here talking about Tubi and Shudder. And because I did watch something on Shudder I'm going to recommend, so hold on. let's go to Tubi first. So I watched the Tubi original, The Lurking Fear. I always try to watch my Tubi originals for you guys. They had a few pop up this week, but the other ones was Deadly Dilf and like Killer Parents or something like that. And I was like, oh, I don't know if I really want to watch those. They really look like Lifetime type movies. And then they put on The Lurking Fear, and that looked a little more horror, a little more scary. And I'm glad I watched it. It was decent. It was a really decent Tubi original. I'm going to give it at least a 6 out of 10 at the very least. It's an hour and 21 minutes long. It's brand new. It's got Robert Davi. I think I'm saying his last name right. Robert Davi in it. You guys know him from The Goonies. He played Jake. One of the bad guys. So he is in the movie, and he's in it throughout the movie as well. And then Michael Madsen, he is in it as well. And he plays a cop, but kind of towards the end, he is key to the rest of the story of the movie towards the end, which I'm not gonna give away, but Michael Madsen is in the movie as well, so y'all know them as far as actors go. But Michael, like, his name is listed on the poster, but it's not listed on the movie, and it's not listed on IMDb. I don't know why. It's really weird, but okay. But yeah, he was in, what else was he in that I just watched? I watched something else that he was in too, that I don't know. Michael Madsen seems to be in a few newer horror indie movies lately. I don't know what's going on with that, but anyway, so they're in it. And then this was really interesting about this movie. It's not about it has nothing to do with Lurking Fear or H.P. Lovecraft or anything like that. It's nothing to do with that. There is a movie that Full Moon put out in 1994. It is also on Tubi. It's called Lurking Fear. It has nothing to do with that movie. But for shits and giggles, I did watch that movie after watching The Lurking Fear. And I wrote that down. I'll talk about that in a minute, though. But The Lurking Fear, the writer and the director is Darren Dalton. Now, if you don't know who Darren Dalton is, he was in The Outsiders and Red Dawn from the 80s. He played Randy in The Outsiders. He's one of the Socs, the dark-haired guy. That's Darren Dalton, and he wrote and directed The Lurking Fear, this horror movie Tubi original. When I seen that on IMDb, I was like, oh my god, that's really interesting. That's kind of odd, you know. Yeah, the guy from Outsiders and Red Dawn wrote and directed this. It's really crazy. But basically, so what it is this TV crew goes to an abandoned mental hospital, to shoot stuff, a documentary on it. And now all of a sudden they're missing. And the fiance of the head of the, I don't know what you want to call him, the announcer of the documentary, the actor, whatever, of the documentary, his fiance has been calling him and can't get a hold of him, and now he's missing. So now she's going off and she's going to this mental hospital to go find him. And basically, there is a whole kind of backstory to this mental hospital. It's a little bit People Under the Stairs, a little bit in a way, and a little bit House on Haunted Hill meshed together. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, at least in my mind. Yeah. So you've got like the whole mental hospital thing with the crazy doctor and crazy stuff going on in the psychiatric thing, and you've got all the mental patients, and now there's ghosts kind of a thing, right? Well, then take the people under the stairs, take the people that are under the stairs, right? And kind of like what they look like in that movie, and then that's what they actually find in this mental hospital, that there's actually still people there, and they're actually flesh eating, like they will eat people. It sounds kind of crazy, but it actually was done very well, and I thought the makeup and everything was done pretty cool. There was a part, I wrote this down, that there was a cop, you know, so the fiance goes and tries to find the TV crew and her fiance, right? And well, some cops go too as well, and they're walking through, and they find some of the TV crew still alive, but then they also find these other people within the mental hospital, like I said. But this cop gets his face eaten off, and that whole thing was really, really cool. It's kind of like when the face gets melted off, kind of sort of like in the Poltergeist in a way, when he's in the mirror, standing in front of the mirror. Kind of looked like that a little bit. It was really cool. But I did write down that I thought the special effects and the makeup were really good in this movie. It kind of was a little bit slow, kind of getting going and getting the story kind of going. But I wrote this down too. Right when you get into the middle of the movie, the guy and the girl, the main guy and the main girl, they walk into this room, and there's a lot of really gory stuff going on in this room. A lot of crazy, insane, psycho things are happening in this room. And that's really when things start getting going in the movie. And I was like, oh, okay, here we go. You know, once they walked into this room and seen all this gore and craziness happening, I was like, all right, hell yeah, it's getting going now. And so things happen as they're going through this mental hospital and finding all these people that are still there that are now flesh eaters. That is the lurking fear. Deadly Dilf. Yes, there is a movie called Yes, there is a movie called Deadly Dilf, and I swear to God, I almost watched it just so I can sit here and talk about it with y'all. Maybe I should have, because y'all think that's funny. I should have watched it. Maybe I'll watch it and talk about it next week. The Living Dead at Manchester Morgue. Thank you, Michael. Yes, that movie. There's like 5 different titles for that movie. Yes, everybody's telling me now. The Living Dead at Manchester Morgue. Let Sleeping Corpses Lie. Yes, thank you. That was a really good movie. I'd seen it once before, and that's really good. I need to have that in my collection. Yeah, the episode on Friday with Joe, Bob, and Darcy was amazing. Yeah, Deadly Dilf. That was a funny one. Yes, I talked about hashtag no filter last week. I didn't really care for it that much. Out of all the movies that I talked about last week, that one was my least favorite. Let's see. Oh, you're not late. Hello, Elaine. How are you? Thank you very much for the compliment on my nails, August. I really appreciate that. Doesn't spur anyone to sprint to the theater. Yeah, it didn't. The Lurking Fear, it's just a Tubi original, so they didn't even put it at the theater or anything. But it was a fun one. It was pretty decent. It wasn't too bad compared to some of the other Tubi originals that are on there, you know, and some other stuff. I thought it was decent. The Deadly Dilf podcast. Oh my God, y'all. Yes. I love y'all. Y'all are so fun. So anyway, like I said earlier, for shits and giggles, after watching The Lurking Fear, I watched Lurking Fear, which is kind of based off of H.P. Lovecraft's story. It's also on Tubi. It came out in 1994. It's a full moon movie, so you just know it's cheesy. It's very cheesy. It's really not that fantastic. I kind of just turned it on, and then I think I was like cooking dinner or something, and I was just kind of somewhat watching it and listening to it or whatever. But I did that because when I posted that I was watching The Lurking Fear, I was kind of hoping some of y'all or somebody would watch it and then tell me if they liked it or not before I did the live show. But when I posted on my Instagram, then everybody was asking, oh, does it have anything to do with Lurking Fear or H.P. Lovecraft? But no, it does not. So then that just kind of gave me the idea to watch Lurking Fear. But it's not that fantastic of a movie. I would watch The Lurking Fear instead of Lurking Fear if I was you. But if you want to watch Lurking Fear, Ashley Lawrence and Jeffrey Combs are both in the movie. So, yeah. But it's not one of Full Moon's best. Let's just say that. What are y'all saying? One and saw this. Yeah. The Twerking Fear. Oh my God, how funny. Yes. Oh, that's going to be the next new one. Okay. So, really quick, some honorable mentions that I want to talk about that I really suggest. I watched 2 different documentaries. So, another Tubi original, Scariest Places in the World. That one just came out. It's an hour and a half long. The other one that they have on there is Scariest Places in America. So this one is in the world, and I actually liked this one a little bit better. I thought the places were a little more interesting and scarier, actually. But just to name a couple of the stories, just so you can get an idea of what they're talking about. So some that you really know, like Dracula's Castle, Alcatraz. They talked about those. We know about those. But some of my favorites that I thought were really interesting, Island of the Dolls in Mexico. That's really creepy, and I like doll stuff. And this is the weird thing. So I watched this and I see that, and I know I've kind of heard of that before, the Island of the Dolls. And then I go to Walmart and I didn't know that there was a movie. And at Walmart, there's a movie sitting there, Island of the Dolls. It's a scary movie. I was like, oh my God, that's kind of weird. I don't know why I never seen that before until I paid attention to this. I just thought that was kind of weird. But the other story that I like is I'm probably not saying this right. The Chernobyl, I cannot say that word. Chernobyl, yeah, the amusement park. That's at like nuclear waste or whatever. Where is that at? Oh geez, in the Ukraine, right? Yes, the amusement park, that creepy amusement park that never opened. I've seen pictures of it all over, but they do talk about that, and I like amusement parks and water parks and things like that, so I just think that's really creepy. So that was a favorite story. And then the number one scary place in the world, not going to say what it is, but it was a really good one. It was a good story. It was really scary and creepy, so I highly suggest that documentary if you're just not knowing what to watch, or maybe you just want something to listen to in the background for background noise, excuse me. I suggest that. So Scariest Places in the World on Tubi. That was fun. And so then I also watched the Sharksploitation documentary on Shudder. That is something new that just came out on there too, that I thought that was really good documentary about sharks and about shark movies. They talked a lot about Jaws, obviously, and they talked about the Meg 2. They talked about all shark movies. They were shark movies they talked about I didn't even know about. It's about an hour and 46 minutes long. It's on Shudder. Go watch it. If you really love shark movies, you'll love this documentary. It was really good. Excuse me. They also kind of gave like like they talked about sharks too and gave you some facts about sharks as well, besides just talking about movies of sharks. So it was really interesting. I really liked it. I'm seeing a few people talking about that documentary, so I highly suggest it. Something else to just kind of listen to in the background or whatever. I don't know. That one was kind of fun to watch, though. Hello, Haddonfield Slasher. How are you? The twerking bear. Yeah. That'd be funny. Chernobyl. There you go. Thank you very much. Chernobyl. I can't get that out. I have noticed that, Michael. Yes, they did. And I just got my, so the mayor is saying that Walmart is getting a lot of exclusive horror Blu-ray steelbooks, which is true. I just got my steelbook of the Robert Englund documentary. And if you haven't watched that yet, I highly suggest that. That is on Screambox. But you can go on Walmart right now and go buy the Blu-ray. I don't know if the steelbook is still on, though. I pre-ordered that right when the documentary came out, and I got it the other day in the mail. So I don't know if you can still pre-order the steelbook, but I know they have it in Blu-ray form too. So yeah, go on the Walmart website. I don't know if they'll have it in the store. I'm not sure. But yeah, they're getting a lot of good steelbooks, a lot of exclusive stuff. The Monster Squad documentary and are amazing. Yes, totally agree. The Monster Squad documentary is so good. I love documentaries on anything, really, to be honest with you. Even if it's something I'm not that interested in, or even like biographies on people. I don't know, I just like that stuff. I don't know. I love a good documentary. Free movie sites sometimes. Yeah. Nothing scares me. I'm still looking for the new horror movie that will scare me, and I haven't run into it yet. Yeah, you know, I don't know. A lot of things scare me nowadays. I don't know. Maybe we're just getting older. I mean, I just have more fun with things than getting scared. There might be some things that are kind of creepy or freaky, or, you know, or maybe kind of give you like, the shivers for a minute, but nothing's really scared me lately either. I just kind of have fun with everything nowadays. I don't know. You know what? People ask me this a lot, and I've talked about it several times, but people ask me, like, what movie when I was a kid, or what movie even now, like, scares me, like, totally scares me. And a lot of y'all really have movies that legitly scared you guys, that you guys watch now, but legitly scared y'all when you were kids. But you know what? Honestly, nothing really scared me that much at all watching the horror movies. I've always just had fun with them. Like, I never got freaked out or anything. The only things that ever really scared me is The Changeling. And that movie is so simple. But that movie, I know the seance scene is just really creepy to me. And when they go, Joseph, I don't know. And I've said that before. It's just really freaky. That, and then like the beginning of Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, with Freddy Krueger in the school bus, and then like the whole ground, falls. I always kind of thought that was a little bit scary when I was a kid. And I guess that's just because, I rode a school bus. But those are like legitly the only two things, and like nobody scared me. Like Freddy didn't scare me. I thought he was fun. Jason, none of that scared me. I don't know. I don't like spiders though. I hate spiders. God, I hate bugs. Ugh, hate bugs and spiders. Ugh. Like on Creep Show with the roaches. Ugh. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay, so let's moving on, because I'm talking y'all's ear off, I'm sure. Thinking about subscribing. I like Screambox. So on my Amazon, I have all of this on my Amazon. I've got like Stars, Showtime, Screambox, Shudder, and Boomerang, I believe. Yeah, all that. I have all that on my Amazon. I like Screambox because sometimes they get exclusive stuff too, like the Robert Englund documentary that was only exclusive to Screambox. Gave me the creeps was Oculus. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I haven't watched that one in a long time. Oculus is good. It's creepy. I love Changeling. God, I love it. Nun 2 looks promising. Yeah, somebody asked about The Exorcist earlier. I'm kind of about The Exorcist, but I might change my mind once I watch it. I don't know. The Nun 2, though, I am excited about The Nun 2. I did watch Scream 6. It's fantastic. Okay, so this weekend, before I start talking about products really quick, this weekend, me and Philip are leaving very early in the morning. I'm going to have to get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Yay. And we are going to Midsummer Scream in Long Beach, California this weekend. So if you are going to go to Midsummer Scream, make sure you come say hi at the Nightmare Toys booth. We're booth 267. I hope to see all y'all there. I'm so excited about it. I'm excited to meet Tom Holland. He's going to be there on Saturday. Kimberly Brown from Halloween Town. I'm actually going to get her to sign my Rose Red DVD. It's a really cool convention. It's like a Halloween and horror convention kind of combined in one. So we are actually going to be there all weekend. Brian is going to come and video it. So we will have some video of the event. And I'll post pictures all weekend. So if you don't hear from me on my social medias, if I'm not answering messages or whatever, that's why. I'm busy at a convention. We have to get there tomorrow. We can start setting up tomorrow by 9 in the morning. And it's an almost 5-hour drive for us. So we're getting up very, very early. I didn't get to answer a lot of my messages this morning on my Instagram. I just didn't have time. Been busy having to do stuff to get ready to leave for this weekend. But I will have 5 hours going to California in the morning that I will be able to answer all my messages. Just sit there and do nothing but that. But if I'm not answering messages or whatever, it's because I'll be at a convention this weekend. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I can't wait to post pictures. That's going to be tons and tons of fun. Me, Philip, Brian, and Dylan will all be there. So you can come say hi to us at the booth. Can't wait for that. Oh, Dead Silence. I love Dead Silence. I think we should have a part 2 of Dead Silence. Ooh, I seen that. Somebody just mentioned that they seen where they want to get the 50th anniversary deluxe edition 4K steelbook with extras for The Exorcist. I seen somebody post that and that looks amazing. I might have to get that myself. I have watched the TV series, The Exorcist TV series, and I really enjoyed it. I really liked the TV series. I hated that they took it off. I thought it was really good. I love Rose Red. Rose Red's my favorite Stephen King movie. I'm going to be very excited to have Kimberly sign it. They're actually, like I said, they're advertising her for Halloween Town, obviously, but I love her for Rose Red. But I do have Julian Sands. His autograph is on my Rose Red DVD. So to get her autograph with his on there, it's going to be pretty amazing. I'm pretty stoked about that. So that DVD with their signatures is going to be pretty special to me. I remember when Rose Red came out on TV, and I watched it. I loved every moment of it. I love that movie. That is one movie that's so long that I can sit down and watch all day. I love Rose Red. Jaws gave you nightmares. Yeah, you know what? Jaws gave a lot of people nightmares. It didn't bother me in that such a way. Like, I don't like water too much anyway, but it didn't bother me. But it wasn't because of Jaws. So, But yeah, that bothered a lot of people. I suggest the shark exploitation documentary on Shudder. Totally. Hmm. Yeah, Joe Bob is pretty much the one and only thing that I watch consistently on Shudder now. Okay, so really quick, next week we are going to cover the Haunted Mansion for the podcast. So, which is why I have these products, Haunted Mansion products, out right now. We had one, this is the last one of this, but this is from Super 7. And so it's the Hitchhikers. That's a really cool little figure set from Super 7. We also sell the Hitchhikers individually too from Super 7. I just didn't bring them in here, but we have those too. And then we also have these Funko Pops still in stock. We have the Chase, and then just these two regular ones. Now these aren't necessarily from. I gotta fix that. That box on that is not very good. I probably need to bring the price down on this one. I'm probably going to bring the price down on this one. I'm just going to go ahead and say it right now because this box is not good. Okay. Well, we have several other ones. But anyway, this is not from the new movie, but it's more or less more from the ride. But these are just really cool Haunted Mansion merchandise that we had in stock. And I just wanted to show y'all just because of the movie coming out and everything. So there's that. And then we also just got in from Trick or Treat Studios. I know we made a video on it, but I wanted to show y'all too the candy corn figure. Yes, somebody mentioned that earlier. Yes, there are candy corn figures. The figures are pretty cool. Yeah, I like those. There's some Trillin' the Corn ones that they're coming out with too, but we haven't gotten them yet. We're waiting on them. I need to have those in my collection. And then we also have the Haunt figures too. They are all $24.99 each, but you can collect all three of those. You can get those signed. I know several of them do conventions, so these are really cool to get signed. So yeah, those just came in from Trick or Treat Studios, and we're waiting on some other stuff from Trick or Treat Studios as well. That just came out too. And let's see, and that's really about it for product for right now. So next week we're doing Haunted Mansion. The week after that, we're going to talk about the Meg 2. Kind of excited about that. I want to tell y'all what's happening with that. So we mentioned this on the podcast. I think we mentioned it on the podcast. So next week here in Las Vegas at Circa Swim, everybody that lives in Las Vegas that's listening right now, listen to what I have to say. At Circa, the Stadium Swim, they're going to show the Meg 2 on the big screen. While you can be in the pool, they're going to serve food and drinks that I guess are pertain to sharks or something. They had things in quotations, and I was like, oh, wonder what that's going to be. So it's going to be like a big to-do. It's going to be next Wednesday night. The event starts at 7 o'clock. The movie starts at 8:30. Me and Brian are definitely going. I am so going. I'm going to get my bathing suit on. I'm going to get in the pool. And I'm going to watch the Meg 2 and have a drink. But they sent us an email to us because we do a lot of studio sent us a lot of promotional stuff to we usually give away on our horror trivia nights or what have you, but they sent us an email asking us if we kind of wanted to participate in this event and help advertise it and help talk about it and everything. And I'm like, I am so going to that. With it being at night, the sun won't be beating down on you, but it is kind of hot here. But at least you have the option of being in the pool, to cool off while you watch the movie. But I think that is a fantastic event. And I know a lot of people do that with Jaws at different lakes and stuff. They'll play Jaws and you can be in the lake and you're on your inner tube and watch Jaws on the big screen. So I'm so excited about this. So this is what we're going to do next Wednesday. We're all going to go do that. So it's at Circa. It's at their Stadium Swim. So if you are here in Las Vegas, let's all go to that. It starts at 7. I'm going to be there. I'm definitely going to be there. I love Circa anyway. Kids are not allowed at that hotel, so that's like another plus. You have to be of age to go to that hotel. So I cannot wait. I'm so excited about that. Let's see, what else do I have to say? In October 21st, we are going to have Serena Vincent. She will be doing a signing here. It's going to be from 12 to 4. So mark that on your calendars right now. 12 to 4, October 21st, Serena Vincent. She will be here. We are working on a few others that are going to be exciting. And then there might be another event happening at the beginning of October here in Vegas that we might be a part of, but don't want to talk about it right yet. But very, very, very excited about that. But when we get a little more news and we can really start talking about it, I will tell you all the details on that. So some very exciting things happening for October. Let's see, what are y'all saying? What game needs to stop playing and start shipping their Scream stock? They're shipping stuff very slowly. Yes. I'm surprised I still have some just regular Ghostface masks in stock right now, but I do. Some stuff have sold out quickly and some have not, so I don't know. But I haven't gotten the new stuff in yet. Are you going to the Jamboree? Oh, the Jamboree? Maybe. Can't talk about it. Top secret. Do you like candy corn? Do you like candy corn the movie? Yeah? It's a fun Halloween movie. When is the Crystal Lake TV series coming on? I don't know. I want to know that too. You can't watch shark movies. Why can't you? Do you not like sharks? No, we're not going to be at the Halloween convention. No, I'm sorry. No. All right. So I'm just reading y'all stuff. Sorry. Yes, this is the candy corn movie. I don't know. Some people have seen it. Some people have not. I'm not sure. All right. What else? I think that's really all I had to talk about, I believe. Yep. All right, guys. Well, you can find all these products online and in store. So please make sure you're checking out nightmaretoys.com. Check out our website. We have all kinds of fun stuff on there. Make sure you come check us out at Midsummer Scream this weekend, booth 267. I will have my 8x10s for sale if you would like an autograph. I do autographs and selfies for free. We will also have the Valentine Bluffs Blu-ray and DVDs for sale at the table as well. So if you're still needing a copy of that movie that we are all in and the store is in, we will have those at the table. Make sure you watch our podcast on Friday when we talk about The Flood, and we kind of also talk about Cobweb as well. And go watch the Lurking Fear Tubi original on Tubi. Lurking Fear is also on Tubi. The Scariest Places in the World documentary is also on Tubi. The Sharksploitation documentary is on Shudder. The Flood, I rented on Amazon. You might be able to find it somewhere else. I think Brian said he watched it on Vudu. And then Cobweb we just recently watched at the movie theater, so be on the lookout for that whenever it's streaming. And then Natty, Knox, I rented that on Amazon as well. So be on the lookout for that if you want to watch that one for free when it starts streaming. But I highly recommend everything I talked about. I really enjoyed everything that I watched in some sort of way or fashion. So yeah, go watch all that. And I guess we will see you guys next week. Please stay spooky, okay? Bye.